It can be overwhelming when you go to the shop. You can end up with a list as long as your arm and a load of crap that you don't even need. Hopefully this should clear a few things up and help you when it comes to buying the food. Hello and welcome to the video. I want to share with you my top 6 shopping tips. That includes before the shop when you're planning what to buy, and in the shop when it comes to buying the food itself. So here's my 6 tips. Tip number 1, it's before you even get into the shop, it's before you even write down what you're going to buy for the week. It is check your cupboards for ingredients. You've probably got something in your cupboard right now that you could make a week's worth of food out of. Make a list of things of what you can use towards meals. You will probably find that there's an old bag of rice or some oats or some pasta that you could use. It can often give you inspiration just by having a search on each shelf, but you'll be surprised how long some of this stuff keeps for. There's probably going to be something in there that you can use and you won't need to get at the shop, or that you could even give an idea and base a meal around for that week. So point number 2, before you even write the shopping list, is plan the meals that you want first, and then the shopping list will come after. I write down each day what I'm going to have for lunch and dinner. Obviously you can do breakfast as well if you want. As a minimum, I would say write your lunches and potentially your dinners as well. So you've got 2 meals for each day of the week. Weekends you could do as well, but normally I find by Friday I'm ready to shop again on Saturday. Makes going to the shop easier because you know what meals you're having. You pick your meals, use a recipe book, go online, maybe even use the Food Preppers channel for a couple of ideas. Get your meals planned, because then when it comes to writing the list, you know exactly what you need. Alright, point number 3 is write that list. Don't go into the shop without a list. Even if you go into the shop with meals in mind, the chances are you will just spontaneously pick stuff off shelves that you don't want, that you don't need. Stick to the list. That's really important as well. Okay, the list's there obviously for a reason. You wrote it because that's what you're going to be having for those meals. If you write your list, you stick to the list, you will have food for the week. You won't even have to go to the shop again, and it makes prepping the food so much easier, because when you open your fridge, you know everything in there is going to be used for your meal preps, plus some snacks as well. We all know how easy it is to go into the shop without a list, especially if you're hungry. You go in and you're just grabbing stuff off the shelves. Oh, I'll chuck them in. Oh, they look all right. I'll chuck them in as well. And before you know it, your trolley's full of crap you don't even need. I've done it so many times, forgotten to write a list, or have wrote a partial list. It never works like that. Probably the most important point when it comes to meal prepping and shopping for that food is write a list and stick to it. Point number 4 is a good one, especially if you're on a budget, and that's you don't need to go to the likes of Asda and Tesco for all your food. It's just way too expensive and it adds up so much over the weeks and months. Get the majority of your food from the budget stores like Aldi and Lidl. Personally, that's where I get all of my food from. 95% of it is from those shops. If you're saving £10 a week from those shops, which you can quite easily do, then just think about that. That's £500 across the year that you've saved. Don't worry about going Asda and Tesco for everything. Just go there for the extras. Go there for the little bits that you might not have found. If I want to get some Pepsi Max, I don't really see it as much in Aldi or Lidl. Might be wrong there, but it's usually not there whenever I go anyway, unless someone always takes it before I get there. I don't know, and if I find that person, I will be having words with them. So, if you want to blow out all that money, it's not necessary. The food's the same quality. Tip number 5 is don't be afraid to have a treat. I like to think of it as the 80-20 rule. If 80% of your food's good, then 20% can be that little chocolate bar or that little bit of ice cream that maybe you wanted but think you can't have. Believe me, it makes it so much easier sticking to a nutritional plan if you are allowed those little things and you don't restrict yourself to the point of boredom. You need to enjoy what you're eating. Don't see the chocolate aisle as the forbidden forest, okay? Harry Potter might not have wanted to go in there, but you can. Push that trolley in there, because it's the restriction of those foods that makes them all the more alluring and makes you want them even more. I know myself, I've done it loads in the past. I've over-restricted myself during the week. I refused to even touch chocolate, and then come Saturday and Sunday, I'd be like, right, I'm gonna have a cheat meal now. Chocolate bar, I've been dying for that all week. And then it wouldn't just be one chocolate bar, it would be the full galaxy shebang. If you're eating healthy foods 80% of the time, it's okay to have that 20% where you let yourself have a little bit of what you want. Enjoy what you're eating, and that way you can stick to it and be consistent, which is the most important thing for seeing results. Okay, you've come to the end of the shop and we get to point number 6, which is, where's all my food? Okay, you look down, I've not got enough. Chances are that is what you will think when you start sticking to that list. It doesn't mean there's not enough food there. I guarantee once you've prepped the food and you've made it into all those containers, you will have more than enough. So don't be alarmed that the trolley isn't busted at the seams. You've wrote down all the ingredients for the foods that you're eating that week. I guarantee you'll have enough. And you know, if you've made that list and you've planned your meals out for the week, as we said earlier, you will have enough food, I guarantee it. And that's my top 6 tips for shopping for meal prep. I hope that helps. I hope that means that when you go to the shop, it just makes things a little bit easier, a little bit simpler when it comes to buying the food for the meal prep for that week. And then when it comes to cooking it, it should be nice and straightforward because everything you need is in the fridge. Hope you enjoyed the video, hope you liked it. If you did, please drop a like and subscribe to the channel, that would be great. And I'll see you for the next video.